And then I went and spoiled it all by watching a 2-minute 30 trailer. So Flight Risk is an action thriller directed by Mel Gibson, and it stars Mark Wahlberg. The plot follows a pilot, played by Mark Wahlberg, to take a US Marshal and her government witness across the Alaskan wilderness, where the identities and intentions come into question on board the plane. I actually did a trailer reaction to this film yesterday. I heard it was supposed to be quite good, and someone else that I knew had seen the trailer beforehand and told me I've got to check it out. I'd never heard anything about it beforehand, so I thought I'd do a reaction video. So I did that last night. I did think to myself that actually they're showing quite a lot in this, but I liked the idea of it and the premise, and I thought, well, I'd go and see it when it came out. So it came out today, so I went and checked it out, and I thought I'd give you my thoughts. So let's go straight into the positives to the film. Straight away, Mark Wahlberg is the standout character in this. I think across the line, since I've seen the film, I've realised actually he's been referred to as Mark Baldberg. Because, well, it's no spoiler because it shows it in the trailer, but he's actually got this, he's wearing a bald cap for the film, but he looks psychotic in it. And it's just great. Some of his dialogue is very creepy, very over the top. When he's first introduced to the film, he's just the usual Mark Wahlberg, the confident, chill, witty guy that we used to see in his films. It turns out that is not the case at all. Again, given away in the trailer, he turns out to actually not be a pilot whatsoever, but an undercover hitman out to assassinate the government witness. And it does make for quite a thrill ride. So apart from Mark Wahlberg's performance, another positive is that I really like the premise of the film. You can be quite concerning when you've got a whole film that's going to be set literally on a plane, and a little plane as well. It's not a passenger 57 or an executive decision where it's, you've got a big plane, you've got loads of places to go. This is tiny and there's not a lot of room to work with. So they do well in having to do an action film in such a confined space. And that was never really actually a problem with the film. But apart from Mark Wahlberg, the premise, there's a couple of light-hearted comedy moments in the film that I like. That's about it for the positives, unfortunately. So my mixed thoughts on the film is that, in all honesty, I don't think it knew what kind of film it wanted to be. Like, it's down as an action thriller, but in all honesty, it's more so like a comedy action thriller. Like, it's very light-hearted in quite a lot of places throughout. But then there's these real dark moments where, like, Mark Wahlberg's like tied up in the back of the plane, and he's like looking over at the government witness, and he says to him, "Come back here, and I'll have some fun with you." He really implies some rapey stuff, and it's just a bit. It's weird. It just doesn't feel like it's going to ever go there. Like, he does say some like funny stuff towards the actual US Marshal, but there really does hint at some dark and deep stuff, which is kind of, I don't know, it's against the grain when there's some really funny, light-hearted moments with like the actual witness screaming and really like, quite funny stuff. So going into the negatives of the film, I pretty much regret watching the trailer yesterday, to be perfectly honest with you. It just hits every scene beat for beat. There is no stone left unturned. Like, even in the trailer, it was a surprise to see that Mark Wahlberg has a bald head, that Mark Wahlberg is the villain. I would have thought that perhaps maybe the actual government witness who's chained up is going to be the person that escapes and tries to take the plane down. Nope, there's no twist there because it's Mark Wahlberg. It shows you in the trailer. There's just nothing that I didn't know was coming. There's even a particular part actually that you see in the trailer where someone gets like this bag wrapped around their head and it gets pulled tight. So I'm watching throughout the film expecting this part to turn up. It doesn't, but you know it's coming, and it actually gets to the part towards the very end, and it does it there, and it just ruins it all. So I was very disappointed because I'm sat there, I've got my popcorn, got all my snacks, I'm all settled down in my lovely, comfy recliner chair, and I'm expecting some, little twists and turns, because there's no possible way that a trailer can ruin a film so much. But it does. I actually do think that this would be a real nice, tight little thriller. Coming in like at 90 minutes long. It's a nice time, popcorn movie. But it just ruined it. It totally ruined it. The thing is, I've always loved trailers. I love watching them, but they've got to be strategic. It wasn't even like the last like 1 minute trailer, like that really sells it to you to get you into the theatre. No, this was one that was released 6 months ago. I just thought I would check that out. It won't give too much away. And I have to be honest, as soon as the trailer finished, I thought to myself, "Oh, have I done myself in here?" Because it does give a lot away. So going to the cinema, I really did think, maybe, come on, sort me out. Like, let's have something that's going to really surprise me. And it doesn't. I mean, there's like a plot, like a side plot where she's speaking with these people on the comm, and even that, like, I just thought, well, why do I care about any of these people when we've not seen any of them before? And they try to make that like a little story, but I weren't interested in that. Apart from this Hassan character who is on the comms and he's actually trying to talk to the US Marshal and guide her, so she can fly and land the plane. I mean, so much so that I actually feel like I could flip in, like land one now. Do you know what I mean? Because he really does discuss her through it. But I liked his character as well, and I actually thought there was potential. I thought we've got this like false sense of security where, we quite liked him. He really does put her at ease. But how cool would it have been if towards the end, actually, no, he was part of the crew that wants to get rid of, the old government witness? That would have been wicked. But no, we didn't get any of it. We didn't get any of that. So yeah, so pretty much the trailer just absolutely bodged it for me, unfortunately. Because otherwise, if you're going to this blind, I think you can have a really good time with it. The performances are good. Mark Wahlberg is very good. There's nothing wrong with that. So that wraps this review up. You'll have to let me know what you guys think of this. Did you like this film? Did the trailer spoil it for you? If so, please just put all your comments in the comment section below. Like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious